Alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you.
Just a spectacular afternoon for football here in the Tar Heel state of North Carolina as EA Sports welcomes you inside Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the New Orleans Saints and the Carolina Panthers. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Yeah, let me show you how to be a star. Let me show you how to go far, far. Let me show you how to shine bright. Let me show you how to shine bright. Let me show you how to be a star. Yeah, pull up with a baddie in a fancy car. How to party like a rock star and play guitar like a superstar. Yeah, and I'm so tired of them playing with me. Yeah, pushing my buttons, this ain't no game to me. Yeah, ain't got time to be explaining me. Yeah, I'ma just take over the game, baby. Yeah, let me show you how to be a star. Let me show you how to go far, far. Let me show you how to shine bright. Let me show you how to shine bright. Let me show you how to raise a bar, how to go large, how to take it too far. Let me show you how to show up and show out and surf the crowd. Trust me, you ain't never seen nothing like this. You ain't never been to a show like this. I'ma give you something to remember forever. Yeah, and I'm so tired of them playing with me. Yeah, pushing my buttons, this ain't no game to me. Yeah, ain't got time to be explaining me. Yeah, I'ma just take over the game, baby. Yeah, let me show you how to be a star. Let me show you how to go far, far. Let me show you how to shine bright. Let me show you how to shine bright. Let me show you how to be a star. Let me show you how to go far, far. Let me show you how to shine bright. Let me show you how to shine bright.
Dollar. Hey, DJ Mosky, let's get it. We the champions here in Los Angeles. We doing numbers. Bringing home victory straight out the huddle. I met the plug, introduced to my brother. My squad superior, ain't none above us. We doing numbers. Gang in the building, we taking it over. Call the promoters. I just put up in the state with my soldiers. I blew it and I'm still. Last minute I'ma need me some. Call up Khalifa. Bring them in the. You know I stay with some bad little baby. TGOD baby, know that's a gang gang. Crazy girls after the game.
Just a spectacular afternoon for football here in the Tar Heel state of North Carolina as EA Sports welcomes you inside Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the New Orleans Saints and the Carolina Panthers. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. From the 6. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Up the middle, here's Walker. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Brought down on the play by Kayvon Thibodeau. This defense for the Saints, they had certainly had their struggles to start the season, but they put it all together in getting that first victory a week ago.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
Second down, here's Willis. And, that would get a wide-up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. Third down coming up.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Third down, it's Willis. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. A great play there. His fourth touchdown on the year. And the Panthers march right down the field in 3 plays to claim the early advantage. Extra point splits the uprights. And that makes the score 7-0. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. A good return up past the 30. And a nifty return there all the way across the 40.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And some space here. Taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, New Orleans. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
Lutz good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Shreds him with a stiff arm. 15 more yards there, and quickly another first down. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different for that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. The Panthers at a disappointing 1-4 as they start play. They come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. Maybe just a lack of concentration there as he couldn't haul it in.
And when you're going across the middle like that, you know, he's running that drag route, you are conscious of all the bodies and the traffic in there. But let's face it, if you're going there, you might as well come down with the football and absorb whatever else happens after that.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Play fake. Here's Willis. Rolling to his right. Willis takes a hit, and the ball is free. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Trying for it on 4th down. Here's Willis. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and that will force a turnover on downs. Here's Huntley. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And the Panthers are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
And it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that 4th down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Play action. Here's Willis. He sets to fire deep. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's the Panthers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taken right around the 44. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here, 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one. Force the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Huntley to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To throw, Huntley. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
On 4th down, Huntley. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Panthers will get the football back. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they lost string together a nice drive and helped themselves out.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle. And frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play-action fake.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. So on the heels of the sack, they knock him backwards in the running game.
So now it's up to the offense coordinator talking directly into the helmet of his quarterback to instill a little bit of confidence here. Call the play with authority, call with confidence, and let him know this one is the winner.
1st and 2nd down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big.
19 tight.
Here's Willis, 3rd and long. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on 3rd down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
Let's go.
Going on 4th down. Here's Willis. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it. Past the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
It's probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Get it! Unlock line! Unlock line!
They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. That's to about the 28. 2nd down coming up.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Reload! Reload! Check smash! Check smash!
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Willis now off of play action. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Lewis Seen. And the Saints are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Throwing to start the drive. Huntley, Olave holds it in. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. A tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
Touchdown! Chris Olave, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Saints go up by 2 touchdowns.
Now that touchdown won't allow you to totally relax, but you can breathe a little easier now. Just increased their lead.
Lutz with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And Frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And this is going to be a Panthers first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
It's a play fake. Here's Willis. On the move. Willis takes a hit and the ball is free. And this is picked up by the Saints. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Following the fumble recovery, Huntley. That is caught by Olave. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. His 10th touchdown of the season, second of the game. And the Saints are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Lutz to try to add the PAT. He knocks it through. It's 28-7.
Makes the score Saints 28, Panthers 7.
The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
Ready?
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss. There's the Panthers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And it's fielded at the 34. Well, on that punt, we've got him. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking at...
And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Panthers are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. And throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And they work this out past the 25. 25 yards that time.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. 1st and 10, it's Willis. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Here's Willis now off the play fake. That's Brown. Touchdown, Carolina. Marquise Brown, 26 yards. And the Panthers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Point after, right down the middle. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Off the option, here's Taylor. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
How about his performance last week? Over 200 yards. I think his decisiveness. One cut, and he goes. That's what's really made power up the yardage.
And the yardage he piled up last week, easily honored with NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
I would have voted for him.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 35. Defense was thinking run, and they're dealt a pass of just under 20 yards. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Huntley. Eluding the pressure right. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a first down himself.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Second and 2, first down marker at the 8. Back to throw. Huntley. And he's got his man on the out route. And the Saints are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
That is caught by Olave. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Saints will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Lutz good on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Back to throw, Willis. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Willis throws another interception, his 3rd of the game. Picked up by Jalen Armour-Davis. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit. And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Saints out on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Panthers going to get the football first, trailing here as well as we resume play in this second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding...
And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss.
Right there, hurt.
Oh, they go with a tight end carry. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. 1 yard is the loss. They back up even further to a 3rd and 15.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Steps away. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
A 4-yard loss brings up 2nd and 14 at the 16-yard line.
They go play action with Willis. He'll buy some time right. That's Brown. Touchdown, Carolina. Hollywood Marquise Brown. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Panthers are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead will be cut down to 14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You could say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. Back to Taylor on first down. We'll get this up to about the 44.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
On second down, it's Taylor. And he'll be stopped at the 46. Gain of 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down.
Check back.
They'll try and throw for it here. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. Elsewhere in the NFL, they're in the second half at FedEx Field now. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. It's the Broncos that have added on to their lead. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
Second and 10 now, third quarter from Charlotte. On second down, it's Walker. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now whistles. Flag down, and I believe one of the Panthers got moving early. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, third and long. Off the play fake, here's Willis. And that is incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Ready. 18, right here.
Now Willis on 4th down. He's going deep for Brown. And this is caught inside the 5. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Now they send a man in motion right. Here's Walker. And after the nice stiff arm, the next wave swarms in quickly for the stop. Again, Walker. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
That's a nice example of good team defense right there. Ball was snapped at the 1-yard line. They knocked him back and caused a loss. But you notice they were trying to find any type of a gap to run.
And this time he is in. Ken Walker. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Panthers are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point splits the uprights. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From the 6. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Still enjoying the lead here in the 3rd quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. That's going to bring up a 3rd down. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Saints on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Here we go, here we go.
First and 10, Taylor now. In on the stop, DeMonte Casey. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to take it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 109 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
And they run the option here on 1st and 10. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. 1st down. What a run there. I mean, you've got speed, elusiveness, escapability, all rolled into one.
And we all know that quarterbacks are coached. They get the ball to the guys who can do all the things you just described. You want those guys who have speed, elusiveness, and escapability all rolled into one with the ball in their hands. And guess what? It's him. So there's no sense in throwing it or handing it off when you can do all of that yourself.
They'll run here with Taylor. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal. They're -2 yards. Brings up 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up. The loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder. And they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. They get this out left. Touchdown, Saints. Chris Olave from 3 yards out. And the Saints might be moving closer to an elusive 2nd win of the year as they extend that 4th quarter lead. Lutz with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. This one fielded at the 5. Oh, good-looking return set up here. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Willis. Wide open receiver, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's a gain of 34. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Willis will look to throw on 1st down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. His throw caught at about the 5. And the Panthers are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. Play action, Willis. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
19 Tigers.
On 2nd and goal, Willis. Touchdown, Panthers. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Panthers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive.
There he goes, left side. The 30. 10, 5, touchdown, New Orleans.
Well, that is certainly a deflator right there defensively. Their guys just came off of a touchdown drive. They're back in the game, and then bam, they give up a touchdown 1 play later. How about that?
And the momentum, which seemingly had shifted the other direction, thought we might be seeing a comeback. That momentum right back the other way.
Well, that is certainly not complimentary football that we saw right there. The defense is supposed to help their offense, not give up another touchdown.
This one fielded at the 5. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Let's go now.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary.
He's got a man, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 36 yards on the play.
Here we go, here we go. 17. 19 right.
Here's Willis. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown. Darius Slayton. His first touchdown on the year. And the Panthers have got it back to within a score. They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand. I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us.
Touchdown, Saints. George Pickens, 69 yards. And the Saints are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. Well, trailing here in the 4th quarter, and that personal foul, that only adds to the hole that they're currently standing in.
Yeah, absolutely a bad job of just losing your cool and letting your anger take over. Mistakes like that, not going to help you at this stage of the game.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Throwing, Willis. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Willis to throw. Flush to his right. And that's complete to Brown. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 22 yards there, a first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Now Willis. This throw taken in by Isaiah Likely. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 45-yard line.
Willis wants to pass it again. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
And now the focus is really clear. They need to get that first down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. A 3rd and 2, here's Willis. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Let's go!
Willis, got to have this one. He'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Come back in! Come back in!
Here's Willis. Going deep for Walker. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9. And they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
Let's go now.
Willis, 4th down, has to have it. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Saints are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Saints, it's a much-needed victory as it gets them back to 2-4 on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, the losses are piling up as they drop to 1-5 now. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys.
Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. I ain't going nowhere, 20-year career minimum. Call hit boy for beats, ask for 10 of them. I don't follow trends, I swing the pendulum. If the bag good, I'm gonna give her some. Let's reflect times, I try to collect minds from complex rhymes. And by the way, shut out Tech 9. Go and shut the up, just let me talk. I'm a time bomb that's waiting to go off. Quite nuclear, amazing what fame could do to you. Too peculiar, although I'm truly a Renaissance starter. My mind divine, it take me a lot farther. Growing up, I really had beef with my father. But why bother explaining my feelings? Try harder, but either way they gon' paint you the villain. 8 months with no phone, dog, we aiming for brilliance. High level maintaining the building, we making a killing. Alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. A wise man told me that silence never betrayed him. Keep your mouth shut, cause got ultimatums. Stupid situations, the tongue often creates them. The motor mouth is usually causing mayhem.
Lil' tune, flow sinister, I'ma finish him. Many men gon' need ministers, I'm a men in them. Enemies, I'm the enema. I'm a on them, just like my keys, drop my on the dinner work. My thoughts I keep confidential, it's consequential. Philosophies unidentical, I'm not into you. My Siamese brother Benjamin, that's how I stick to him. These diamond bees, all BBs, I call them Vivica. Skating underneath the bridge, stay hustling as it is. Make money, feed the kids, ain't nothing in the fridge. Wake up, repeat the sins, I need a 10, stay muddy to the lid, 800, eat a.
Yeah, Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. I ain't going nowhere 20
I see no biggie. Honestly, I see no biggie. Pay the heavy on pretty. You mad while I'm getting busy. Country girl running your city. Attitude bad on Diddy. He only 2 times from the he out like a light, call him Ricky. And honestly, it ain't no cap in it. These no ain't no cap in it. I like with a stack in it. I'm bad. Stop it, cause it ain't no eck in it. I see no biggie. Honestly, I see no biggie. Pay the heavy on pretty. Leaving my mark like a I see no biggie. Ain't biting my tongue. I can't be no goofy, no victim to none of my enemies. Like honestly, be sending me talk from a stick that we when I get to me. My check don't discriminate. Still take deposits if you talking Vietnamese. I just be having my way. Only care about what the pay till I say. Heard you wanna be. Don't gotta whip it. Rag on no petty. Flip like talk with that on your hip. If you ain't gon' rip it or pop it, I'm thinking like show me a benefit. Let me dumb it down, Benjamin. When you we not equivalent. Really bad, looking so innocent. Bossy predicament. I see no biggie. Honestly, I see no biggie. Pay the heavy on pretty. You mad while I'm getting busy. Country girl running your city. Attitude bad on Diddy. He only 2 times from the he out like a light, call him Ricky. And honestly, it ain't no cap in it. These no ain't no cap in it. I like with a stack in it. I'm bad. Stop it, cause it ain't no eck in it. I see no biggie. Honestly, I see no biggie. Pay the heavy on pretty. Leaving my mark like it. I see no biggie. Call me Hillary, stay at the bank. Making moves like I'm hot in the tank. I'm low key, but I pop out in blank. Run on my knob, I kinda look. They do not come for me. Fake, I can't keep no company. Only the real respect my honest. So watch how you coming if you're under me. I'm with it in Rex involved. I like texts and calls. Run me that. Making no text at all. That bounce like a basketball. Your boo never coming back. This go stupid, go dumb. Told that boy you gotta pay for some. I sit on no throne, you ain't taking none. You bragging on past, I make for fun. I see no biggie. Honestly, I see no biggie. Pay the heavy on pretty. You mad while I'm getting busy. Country girl running your city. Attitude bad on Diddy. He only 2 times from the he out like a light, call him Ricky. And honestly, it ain't no cap in it. These no ain't no cap in it. I like with a stack in it. I'm bad. Stop it, cause it ain't no eck in it. I see no biggie. Honestly, I see no biggie. Pay the heavy on pretty.